When Arthur got back to the classroom, his friends rushed to his side. "You survived," said Buster, with no obvious sign of torture. Pinky added. He looked a little disappointed. "What happened?" asked Francine. Arthur let out a sigh. "Mr. Haney gave me this." He held up a large brown envelope. "He said it was for my mom." "That's it?" asked Murphy. She reached out for a closer look. "What does it say? Is it sealed?" Francine grabbed the envelope. "It's sealed all right." She held it up to the light. "And too thick to read through. Read through." "Give it a shake," said Buster, cocking his ears. Francine shook the envelope for a moment. It rustled softly. "That doesn't tell us much," she said. Pinky left. Pinky folded his arms. "Let's just open it." "I can't," said Arthur. "It's addressed to my mother." And look what's stamped on it. "Private and confidential." "That's a bad sign," said Buster. Good news is good news is never private. "Besides," said Pinky, "you can't start making excuses till you know what kind of trouble you're in." "Didn't Mr. Haney give you any clues at all?" Francine asked. "She said it was important," said Arthur, taking back the envelope. That's, that was about it. That was about it. If it was good news," said Murphy, "Mr. Haney would have it to you. My mother always tells me right away if we've got a new limousine or cookies making a special dessert for dinner." "He didn't say anything like that," Arthur admitted. "That means it's bad news," said Francine. "The question is, how bad is it?" This was not a question Arthur wanted to think about. Arthur wanted to think about. Pinky laughed. "Oh, I bet you lost a library book." "I don't think Mr. Haney gets involved over the library book." Besides, said Arthur. "Besides, I just read Thundermind." "Oh no," said Francine. "What?" said Murphy. "Tell us," said Buster. "Tell me," said Arthur. "Never mind," said Francine. "It's too terrible to think about." Arthur turned pale. "That's why you have to tell me." "Alright," said Francine, "but you forced me into it." She shuddered. "What if didn't pass Mr. Evans' history test?" Arthur frowned. The big test had been the week before. It had been the hard one. "Remember, Arthur, you told me afterward that you were how the pilgrims came to America in 1620? Francine, the pilgrims didn't came to America in 1620. She looked surprised. "Really?" Everyone else nodded. "Well, still," Francine tapped the envelope. "The proof is right here. And if you fail that test, you may fail the whole year. You know what they means. Summer school." Arthur sat down in his chair and thought about his fate. Summer school, perhaps the two most ready words in the English language. He saw himself chained to the wall of a dark dungeon. Outside the barred window, he could hear his friends playing. He looked, he looked out, he looked out through the bars. Buster and the Brain were setting up a tent for camping. Murphy and Prunella were rollerblading. Arthur looked around his cell. He was alone with only some thick, dusty books for company. Then the guard, Mr. Raven's history test. Ah, then the guard, Mr. Ravens, walked in. He was slipping ice cream for a cone. A few drops fell on the stone, just beyond Arthur's retreat. Step out of it, Arthur, said Buster. Arthur looked at his friends blankly. You know what they say, Buster went on. Those who don't learn their history are doomed to repeat it. Arthur sighed. History or not, he felt doomed for sure. 음, my name is Junyoung. I like I like rice cake. Mm, and I like kalimba. Mm, it's very it's uh, it's it's very mm, exciting and funny. Mm, the cake, the rice cake is so not 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 many sugar. Yes, I like rice cake. Rice cake is not many sugar. This building is our apart. Apart. This plant is tree. Mm, that shadow. That shadow is. That shadow is tree's shadow. Ah, that shadow is a tree's shadow. That building is a apart. I don't think Mr. Haney gets involved with the library book. Besides, I just returned mine and reached up for a closer look. It's addressed to my father, and the look was temporary, private, and confidential. Plus, smart, very smart. My mother always tells me right away if we've got a new limousine or cookies making a special dessert for dinner. Mm, I frowned. The big test had been the week before. It had been the hard one. Besides, I just returned on mine. Remember, Arthur, you told me after that your how to the Pilgrims came to America in 1620? Oh, I know that. I want to know that. Oh my god, you've got a high quality identity, given your identity, and I like Jordan Peters. He is very smart and he is obvious. Obvious? Obvious. He is very obvious. Oh, obvious. I tell. My speech is very my speech is very not smart and but my brain is Bob. But I like book and I like study and I wanna suc- successful because I'm human. Human. I'm man. I'm a man. My gender is man. Man is very man is very hard life. Hard life is very exciting and funny. Example challenge. Yes. Okay. Hard. Yes. Hard life is challenge. Yes. Challenge is challenge is very nice. I like challenge. Challenge is changing. I'm changing. Challenge is I'm changing. Changing. I'm changing. I wanna try. I wanna try. I wanna changing. Yes. Uh, which is I wanna changing. Besides, mm, I bet you lost a library book. Bloody obvious. Bloody obvious. I like Jordan Peter's speech. It's addressed to my mother, and look was stamped on it. Yes. So his speech very smart. Yes. My mother and my I'm yeah. My mother always tells me right away if we've got a new limousine or special dessert. Cookies making a special dessert for dinner. Yeah, I can't. It is addressed to my father. Yes. The proof is right here. And if you fail the test, you mean you fail the whole year. What does it say? Is it sealed? The proof is right here. The big test had been the week before. It had been the hard one. I bet you lost the library book. I don't think Mr. Haney gets involved over the library book. Besides, I just returned her mind. It's too terrible to think about. Yes, I frowned. Yes. That's why you have to tell me, said Arthur.